Hello everybody, Smith here, and welcome back to some more City Skylines, and welcome back to our little city of Anvíl. We are just starting off with a little suburb, little kind of small town, large villagey suburb we're building on this side of the riverbank. Last time we were doing, yes, parks and paths and just generally developing things. One thing I noticed right at the end of the last episode is that I hadn't quite got our little agricultural zone out far enough, and so some generic industry had been building just there. Goods Unlimited, yeah. So those are now going to disappear and hopefully be replaced with something a little bit more suitable. Like a juice press. Why not? So I think our priority for today is to sort of get this area sort of blocked in with roads. What am I going to start with? Yeah, let's not spend too long doing this. I think I'm going to start with a little cul-de-sac to take us across there, because that node's going to be a pain. Yeah. Turn off sodding road guidelines. Okay, and then I think we're going to link up these two roads. A little bit of a gap. Actually, yeah. Take you sort of across to there and then down like that. Okay, good stuff. And I'm not going to do anything too imaginative, sort of blocking the rest of this in. We are just going to take a road across there like that. That's going to destroy the power lines. Yeah, we've got some heavy demand for residential going on at the moment. Can I get you in there? Okay, yeah, let's so yeah, first thing I want to do today is get this blocked in. I do want to have park with trees already selected. I do want to have a little park with trees going on here. Just as almost like a little centerpiece for this little district here. And watch them. Yeah, not very well served with parks still, so we're going to need to put something else in here. How's that going to sort us out there? I think we're going to need like a little cul-de-sac coming up here. Something like that, and something out here as well. Build it off this side, maybe. I don't mind if it gets too close. We're not going to sort of build anything on the park side. We're going to just have that little park with trees area. No, probably best to build it off of here. That little park with trees area sort of as it's like a bit of a centerpiece of this area, and then okay, that comes out like that. So hang on, if I build out, I promised myself I wouldn't spend too long doing this, and what's happening? Yeah. Okay, that looks good, and then I think here we're just gonna try and I can't really see what I'm supposed to do with those. So fill in a gap. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do something like this to start with, and something similar off the other side. I can't do that, so this will just be a little cul-de-sac that comes down like that. And something like that, but I want to do sort of like alternative cul-de-sacking. Is that gonna let me? No. Gonna need to redo that entirely. Come up there, and I suspect you're gonna be the same, are you? Oh, I've done this wrong. Once again, I promised myself I'd do this really quickly today. Yeah. You're going to be a pain, you're going to be a pain, you're already done. Okay. like that, and like that. Right, okay. I got that blocked in reasonably quickly, and that will sort of satiate some of that residential demand. Do we have residential? We'll have residential coming up the side here. How's the noise pollution? Yeah, that'll be okay. That'll be okay just sort of like from there onwards. And hopefully that fills up pretty quickly and we can get rid of that power line, and then we can start blocking this in properly with the zones. Paths. I want something coming up here. And then take that off. And just have you coming. Something similar with this. And just coming down to meet this road here. And up here. There's probably a keyboard shortcut for what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm haven't been asked to go and look at it. One thing I have been asked to go and look at between episodes is we are getting demand for workers, shortage of workers. One thing I did remember to go is look at the efficiency of doing budgets like this, and suffice to say, it's not very efficient. You want to keep everything as close to 100% as possible, as I kind of suspected it would be. So we're going to need to start building more turbines. Oh, one of them's gone red. Right. Can I get rid of... I can get rid of my little power lines there. And then let's just start blocking this in. Do we want to see where we can stick another park? What we got here? Dog park's always good. Large playground. Wow. That's pricey. Okay, the kids can make do with the small playground. We do have this little area here. Well, we've got a little gap here. It's not going to quite. Dog park there. And that's all our cash for the moment. In the meantime, let's start blocking some of this stuff. Oh, we don't want to go too far because we're not building on this little coast road here. So we'll go that far. Not building on the sort of... I keep calling it a coast road. It's not a coast road, it's just a riverside road. We're not going to build on that side of it. And then... how much for a small playground? Not a lot. Maybe... no, you know what? I'm just going to block in the rest of this and then we'll demolish stuff. I am going to keep that kind of away from the park there. Water coverage. So I'm going to want something coming. Can I get it all in one pipe? Let's just do a couple like that and then hook that in. So hopefully that will sate the demand for residential population and also sate the demand for workers, because that's getting quite desperate over here. Okay. Nice little zone there. We'll leave that to grow. We also want to start thinking about what we're going to do up here, because now that the sort of the noise abates here from the farmland, we can start thinking about putting some residential stuff. Because we can't put jam stuff in there, it'll be too noisy for them. Which is a bit weird. You know, as someone who grew up in a reasonably rural area, That's not something I remember. All that noisy farmland. What I might do... so... that would be the gap of 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is me being completely anal and making sure it's all just as it would be had I just continued the road round in terms of the bend and everything. The OCD strikes again. So we're just gonna make that a little residential street. Yeah. Well, that bloody noisy farmland, I barely got a wink of sleep last night. We also need to sort that out with some paths, because as I've been saying, we do want our citizens to be using paths as much as possible, or just generally not cars. So that's filling in nicely. How is the sort of the coverage of parks and recreation? That's going to be... let's see if we can stick something down here. There, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Nice little small playground. Hopefully, in terms of... yeah, that's upgrading everything. Will it reach those guys there? Not quite. Alternatively, I'm just going to put something in there. Demolish that. We'll think of something else for down here in a little bit. But now the demand turns to industrial. Oh, I'm going to need something along here as well, aren't I? Let's get that piped in for when we do start to do stuff. But before we get to this sort of area of residential, I think I will want to be looking a little bit more at our little farming district here, because obviously we want to fill this in. Again, nothing that looks too sort of grid-like, but as it's an industrial zone, I will want to sort of maximise density. That's one short. I don't know why I did that. What I want is to come out here. That's just not going to play ball, is it? I think, is this all curved all the way to the end? Yeah, it's sort of just curved all the way to the end, so there's no avoiding that. Right. Sorry, I thought that was straight and I could just do a nice little grid, but apparently no. I have to come across here. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll bring another one down here. Tough road guidelines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one. Doing something similar to what I did with my residential roads. I want road guidelines back on for this thing, won't I? Why can't I get road guidelines coming up? For God's sake! That'll do. Not quite perfect, but yeah. You won't quite go there. Oh, sod it. Really? Why won't you... Is that because that node's being a pain in the backside? Oh, ah! Well, let's just see what we can do above this. One more. That's good. Again, turn off the clipping, see if we can get a nice, as close to maximum density as we can. Oh, that's... Sod it, that'll do. Kind of losing a bit of patience with the road system here. Again, this isn't going to let me. It's nice and neatly. Again, that'll do. Yeah. So as I said, similar to what we did with the roads in the residential area, just 2 parallel roads either side. It's going to have to be something like that, isn't it? Otherwise it's just going to throw a fliddy. Because I find that's good for traffic. And then we are just going to do something a little bit, as I keep saying, more organic. Something like that. So here, let's have a road. So it comes down here. And does something like that. No, something. And one that comes up here. Connects to it something. Again, you're going to be a pain in the arse, aren't you? Something like that. And then we're just going to sort of cul-de-sac in here. Oh, for goodness sake. My OCD is triggering. I can't. Just with that one little square unfilled, it's just... Oh, no, sod it. Again, it'll add a little bit of flavour to what does go in here. How many more of these can we fit in? Can we get 2 more of these in? Gonna have to be a little further across, a little further across. Not quite that far across. Not quite that far across. Good stuff. And can we get another one? It's gonna have to come out this side. That'll do. I mean, we don't really need this just yet, but I mean, it will be handy for when we start having to sodding road guidelines. We start needing to expand this industry again. I'm gonna do probably start with a bit of straight road because that's straight-ish, and then start to curve it round. Having just been bitching about them, I'm now going to turn road guidance back on so we can find the start of that curve. Can we drag you round far enough? Oh, that doesn't look too terrible. And the road coming out of here. Maybe a road out of here. one across. I don't think that looks too bad. Demand for commercial, so where are we going to fill this in? Let's just start filling this little bit in up here. And we may as well just keep this going. Commercial all the way to the roundabout? Oh, why not? And... oh, I put another junction in, haven't I? So I just need to... make sure that's set up like that to make sure everybody can go. Everyone on the main road can just go through. How's our money looking? Our money is looking good. So we are going to need more of these wind turbines so we can actually get... how's our electricity looking? Not just down to 125... 126. Yeah, I'll put one more in, and then I think we can notch this down just to 100. And then we're going to need to blow the last of our cache. That's only getting 7 megawatts. So let's start a second row of these things. And the time has come to put in more... I don't have the money for water. Oh my god, why did I just blow all our money on power? Well, I mean, we kind of need power, so it's not that stupid an investment. I want to move these at some point. He says, for about the 100th time this playthrough. Okay, that should do the water. We just need to get enough for another water drain pipe, which is 2,500. That shouldn't take us very long, I hope. Okay, good stuff. Hook that up with another pipe. Okay, and those should disappear. Yeah, there they go. Lovely stuff. And before we end this episode, let's go and take another look at... these are still... they're still not liking that. They're still a little too far away from the nearest park. So what have we got selected? Small playground. I might move you over here. Yeah, so this has just been sort of like sorting out this new residential zone today, and we'll stick another small playground somewhere where it's not going to destroy too much. Just there. Yeah, that's looking better from Parks and Leisure. How are we doing? What's our next goal? 4,400. We're not far off. I haven't blocked this in, have I? Is everybody good for water? We're going to have to start thinking about this zone as well, aren't we? Let's bring water down here to there. And just fill in this little bit here. I mean, this should be enough farmland for the entire city. I don't think we'll need to build more of that. But we started with some horrific residential demand at the start of this episode. We're now looking... Christ, yeah, we're kind of running out of time. I did say I was going to start on this area up here, just to carry on with our little suburb, but we're sort of not doing too well for time. Sort of in terms of trying to get to that. Paths. I think what we'll try and do is get rid of road guidelines, try and carry this path along here. And where do we want to take that from there? I think we'll just take that up there. And a little dog leg and bring that to there. And we're probably going to want to come down here as well with that. Good stuff, and that can probably now grow back as a 4x4. Do I want to start building paths here? I reckon at least down this middle one here. See if we can build something. And we could extend that across, but I'm not sure how much that's going to cut off journey times for our pedestrians. So I think we'll just have to leave that like that. Bit of a fire going on there. I'm hoping our fire brigade is, yep, rushing to the scene. A little bit of industrial demand, but I think it's sort of been taken care of because I have blocked some of these in. Yeah. And what little I did of the start of our area up here, let's at the very least start to put that in. Okay, not looking too bad. 4,000 people. Parks and recreation situation is looking okay. We'll probably see if we can put something in there to alleviate, sort of see if we can level up those a bit more. Yeah, and some of these houses also need a little bit of a pick-me-up. I think that's all commercial, actually. Yeah, some of this commerce needs a bit of a pick-me-up. We'll have to work out something there, but time has crept up upon us once again, so we will have to leave it there. I don't think it's looking too bad. Yeah, starting to take a bit more shape, as I've said a few too many times by now, actually. But next episode, we will have to start thinking about what we do here, and maybe start thinking about buying our next square over there, so we can actually properly expand this where we want to expand it. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.